Barbershop Talk, where nothing is off limits, everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Oh, everybody. We're here at Jay's Place. Barbershop. We're talking Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. At Jay's Place. Barbershop Talk. Where nothing's off limits. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. At Jay's Place. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table.
Barbershop Talk live here at Jay's Place Barbershop. We are here as we always here each and every Wednesday. We are tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. You dear, I'm here. Barbershop Talk Live. As I said before, we are live. Listen, thank you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. I am excited, ecstatic, overjoyed. Man, I'm telling you, I'm shaking because we are live on Barbershop Talk Live. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, and especially you for tuning in to Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, before we get started on this great conversation I've been waiting for all month, I want to give a special shout out to my supporters, people behind the scene, and for the old ladies at the church been praying for Barbershop Talk Live to continue. Who am I talking about? I am talking about Beverly's Body Butter. Beverly's Body Butter, which is Demetrius Johnson right here in the CSRA. She have a company called Beverly's Body Butter. What is it? Whip Senate Shea Butter. Give her a call at 706-564-5335. Again, that's 706-564-5335. She has mint. She has coconut. She got Island Paradise. She got Tropical Paradise. And she also have a flavor I love, blueberry. She just got that. Don't tell her I said it. She got blueberry. Whip Senate Shea Butter. What it does is good for your hair, good for your skin, and it's also good for pain. Whip Senate Shea Butter. Demetrius Johnson right here in Augusta, Georgia. Beverly's Body Butter. Also, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World. If you're looking for somebody to maintain that lawn, you're looking for somebody to cut those trees down. If you're looking for somebody to maintain your 5-acre pond, call my good friend Alan Odom. Give him a call at 706-294-8493. That's 706-294-8493. Pond maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. Tell him John from Barbershop Talk Live said he coming to see you, and I guarantee you get a good deal and some great service. Again, Alan Odom, Pond maintenance right here in Augusta, Georgia. CSRA, if you or especially you is looking for a good new or even a used car, give my good friend, Miracle Affinity of Augusta, right there, 3300 Washington Road. My good friend Johnny Roy or Annette Dots. Give them a call at 706-922-6500. Again, that's 706-922-6500. As you always going to do, tell them John from Barbershop Talk Live, say, I'm coming to get my new car. Guarantees you get a good deal. Again, Johnny Raw and that Dots, Miracle Affinity of Augusta, 3300 Washington Road. Looking forward to seeing you there. And tell them I said, come get your new car. Don't forget, we have just finished October, which is Breast Cancer Month, but don't make that as an excuse to not get your mammograms, not get your breast checked. Go see my good friend Lisa Ann Wheeler at DPH right there, Lane Walker Boulevard. Give her a call. You can also give her a call at 706-513-1033. Again, that's 706-513-1033. Lisa Ann Wheeler. Get your breast exams, get your cervix checked, get healthy, get exams. I'm telling you. Tell also John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live, say I'm coming to get my exam. Come get your exam. Don't wait on October. Always get your breast checked. And it's not just for women, it is also for the guys. Again, seriously, you have been informed. As they say in the church, govern yourselves accordingly. Govern yourselves accordingly. But listen, today is a special day, unlike all the other days. I have a special guest right here at Barbershop Talk Live, what I call the hot seats. She has graced us, and again, I say I've been waiting on this opportunity all month. And here we are, the first of the month. We are going into the end of the month. Listen, my special guest today on Barbershop Talk Live, you know her, you seen her, you heard about her, but here she is, Miss Coretta Smith. How you doing?
I'm here in the flesh.
You are here in the flesh?
In the flesh.
Well, you better give me something. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I have no complaints.
You better not complain going to Jay's Place Barbershop.
That's right. We are alive, and so that's half the battle right there, just being
good.
here in the earth.
There you go. Listen, as I said in my introduction, I am glad you took the time out your crazy busy schedule to come on Barbershop Talk Live.
Well, I'm glad you invited me. I love doing things like this.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay, and what I call the stars lined up perfectly for this day to come together.
Absolutely.
Now, listen, I don't know if you had a chance. Can I get comfortable?
Yeah, let's get comfortable.
Let me take these glasses off. I want to just get a little comfortable. So, listen now. I don't know if you had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live and you're again in your crazy busy schedule. But what happens when the people come on Barbershop Talk Live, as I always do with all the guests, I make sure I take a little time out my crazy schedule and I Google.
Okay.
I get to Googling these folks.
Okay.
Because listen, Miss Smith, when people come sit in this hot seat,
okay,
I don't want anybody in this hot seat.
Okay.
I don't want anybody in this hot seat.
I understand.
I want some folks that got some stuff they want to talk about.
Absolutely.
What we need to hear about.
Absolutely.
And we also need to know who that person is.
Yes, sir. It's
so
important.
So when I Google, you check the boxes correctly.
All right.
You check the boxes.
Awesome.
So I say, let's do it. Bring it on.
Yeah.
So you here.
And I'm glad to be here. It's my birthday month.
No.
So great way to kick off my birthday month, the first day of November, celebrating all month. And so I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so that being said, as you know, if you haven't had a chance to watch Barbershop Talk Live, I do my Googling, and I check all these folks out to make sure I got the right guests coming on. So I did it, I done it, and it's good. So I know who you are. Good. I know who you are. I saw you from afar, and I saw you close up. But now, the Barbershop Talk Live want to know who you are.
Absolutely,
So
and I'm ready to tell them.
I want to ask you to look into this camera, give that big old Kool-Aid smile, and tell the people in Barbershop Talk Live world, who is Miss Smith?
Well, good evening to all of the viewers out there watching. My name is Soretta Smith, kind of like the car, Beretta, or the TV show. Now I'm telling my age, Beretta.
Going back.
It's Soretta. So I'm Soretta Smith. I'm a United States Army veteran. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm a Gammy. I am a labor, civil, and human rights activist. And I have been advocating for working families, veterans, and federal employees for almost 2 decades. I have been a resident of Grovetown for about 17 years. I was a Democratic nominee for the Georgia State Senate District 23 in 2020. And then I ran for city council in 2021. And that's where I have been serving since that time. I love reading. I love writing. I'm a published author. I love traveling. We're empty nesters, so we get to do some traveling now. I love good food, good fun, good fellowship, and I'm just a person that really cares about people, and I love serving. And whenever they close the top of my coffin, I want everything that was put in me to give to this world. I want to make sure that I've given it to the world. And so I'm a bit of an overachiever. And so here I am today sitting in Barbershop Talk Live.
Man, listen, that was a lot. so you've been around the world. You've seen a few things. You've done a few things. You wear many hats.
Yes, sir.
You wear many hats.
Yes,
sir. So now, where are you originally from?
I am originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina, a.k.a. Vietnam. I'm an Army military brat. My dad was in the United States Army. He was airborne, Vietnam War veteran, and retired and stayed there in Fayetteville. So that's where I grew up. Graduated from high school there, and followed in the rest of my family's footsteps. Took a few years to college, Winston-Salem State University. Shout out to any Rams that are watching on the night. And then followed in my family's footsteps and joined the military. Met my husband there, and the rest it's been history, and it's been a pretty nice story.
Okay. Well, let me ask you now. Have you ever heard of a town called Waycross, Georgia?
Absolutely.
That's my big little hometown.
I know what Waycross is.
You know about Waycross?
Yeah, I know about Waycross.
Well, if you ever get a chance to go out US 1.
I have actually council members, friends that are from that area. So
Man, don't fool me now.
yeah, I'm not fooling you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You get a chance to go back down there. You tell my mom to fix your plate.
I sure will.
She'll fix your
Oh,
plate
I
now.
know what's some good food. I love to eat.
Yeah, you know about Waycross.
Yes,
That's my big little
absolutely,
hometown.
absolutely.
So I got to give a special shout out to the folks in Waycross that's watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Keep on supporting Barbershop Talk Live.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, listen, CSRA Barbershop Talk Live, where if you got a question for our special guest, Ms. Smith, give us a call at 706 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. Also, you can put the question on the screen. We'll answer any and all questions. You have a question for myself, I will answer any and all questions. As they say, no question is off limits. No question is off the table. And don't forget, if it's on your mind, let's talk about it.
That's right, because we at the barbershop.
We at the barbershop.
We talk about it at the barbershop.
No matter what. We're going to talk about religion, politics, all of it.
Let's go.
So listen now let me ask you this now. I heard in your introduction, you're a military brat. So first I want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for doing what you've done for the country.
Sir.
Because we need people like you to do that.
Yes, sir.
So continue doing that. So also, let me ask you this question now. Married, 30 years?
30 years next year. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That's good.
That's a long time in these days and times.
That's a long time.
So
keep on doing what you're doing, and congratulations on 30 years.
Thank you.
And birthday is this month?
Birthday's this month. I'll be 55.
Don't fool me now, because I was going to give you 46. I was looking at 46.
I may look it, but I certainly don't feel it some days. But God's just been good. So I've had a good life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Again, I appreciate you again. See us over at Barbershop Talk Live World. Please, man, please, sir. Any questions, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Any comments or concerns, you can put the question on the screen. We'll answer any and all questions. So continue to watch, continue to share, and invite folks into this program, and we'll be glad for that. Ms. Smith, let me ask you this question now. A lot of times when I get ready to do a show, and I let the people know what's coming on, who's the guest going to be on, and they always tell me to ask the person this question, ask the person that question. So a lot of time I jot those questions down.
Okay.
So I got my little cue card here.
Okay.
And I hate to do this, but I got to do it.
Okay.
You don't mind if I do it?
I don't mind if you do it.
I normally don't let people see the questions.
Okay.
But I'm going to let you see the questions.
Okay.
I'm going to let you see the questions.
Okay.
Now here's question 1.
Okay.
See question 1.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask this question, but again, it's not my question.
Okay.
This comes from the audience and from the Barbershop Talk Live World.
Got it.
So they want to know why. It's a simple question. You see it's a simple question.
Simple question.
Why are you running for mayor?
Well, I'm running for mayor because as an elected official, one of the things that I have experienced as an elected official is my voice not being heard and represented. I was elected by the people to speak for the people on behalf of issues and concerns. And there have been times where I, as an elected official, have presented issues and concerns of my constituents, and I was shut down. And so as an elected official, you have to respect every elected official. You have to make sure that every elected official has the opportunity to speak for the people that elected them. And so I'm running because I want to make sure that every citizen's voice is heard, every resident's voice is heard, even the employees that work in our city. I want to make sure that their voices are not being stifled and that they're being heard. And certainly, as when elected mayor, I will always make sure that my counterparts, that their voices are heard and represented, because just like the people elected me, they've elected them. And they have a responsibility to speak up and be the voice for their people. The second reason that I'm running is to maintain the integrity of our municipal government. Local government is very different from state and national politics. Local government is nonpartisan, which means when you go to qualify, you don't qualify or register as a Republican, as a Democrat, as an independent. They're nonpartisan. Party politics, party ideology should have no place in municipal government. Quite the opposite in state politics and national politics. And we can see now these last 6 years how volatile our political climate has become, the lack of unity, the disunity, the lack of, I think, people really forgetting that you were elected by the people, of the people, and for the people. You're there to do the work for the people. And so I began to see, as an elected official, not only being able to speak for the people that elected me, but I began to see party politics and party ideology creep into our municipal government. One of the first classes that you take when you're an elected official is a class. It's called, new council members, new mayors training. And one of the first things they tell you when you take this class is, remember, you're here for the people. Never allow your party politics or your party ideology to interfere with the decisions that you're making. And so I enjoy working at the municipal level. You get to really connect with people on a human basis because the party politics is not there. So you're not looking at me based on my party, but you're looking at me based on my humanity, because we live in the same city and we want to have a safe place to live, work, and play. And so I'm running to safeguard our municipal government, because we don't want to see in any of our cities what's going on in state and national government. We don't want our communities divided by party ideology and party politics.
Ms. Smith, let me go back, because again at Barbershop Talk Live, Earl, we kind of jump around with these conversations, and so there's, and in my opinion, there's no script.
Absolutely.
We just have a conversation.
Yes, sir.
So that being said, I want to go back to how we first met. And you remember how we first met?
I remember how we first met.
And
yes, sir.
It was kind of fun. It was kind of crazy how we first met.
Yes, sir.
You know, so again, I know how we met, but can you tell the people watching, how did we first meet?
So there's an organization called Speak Up Sis. Great lady, Miss Wright, Angel Wright. And I was nominated by my peers from across the country to receive an award in the category. And the category is called the Speak Up Sis. It's the premier award of the organization in their inaugural awards that they gave out this year. And I was nominated. We had a wonderful banquet where they announced there was 5 people were nominated in each category, and we all came, and then they would announce the person that won in the category. You were there, the blue carpet. On the blue carpet, because we had the red carpet, right. And then someone said, go get on the blue carpet. So I stepped on the blue carpet.
On the blue carpet.
And you interviewed me there. I ended up winning in my category. You told me I was going to win.
I told you.
Yes, you did.
Did you believe me?
No, I didn't.
I told you. I told you, when you win, come on back on the blue carpet.
And I came back on the blue carpet, and it was a special night because oftentimes my favorite proverb is speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the disenfranchised, judge fairly and speak up for them. And so oftentimes this is a calling. I don't think anybody who has walked in the shoes in these arenas wakes up and says, oh, today I think I want to be in politics, or today I think I want to be a part of the labor movement or civil rights or human rights. It's a calling, right? So there's many times where I have said, Lord, release me. I just want a house on the beach. And, that could be the rest of my life, but it's a calling. And so a lots of times when you're speaking up for what's right, when you're speaking truth to power, there's a lot of targets on your back. Power doesn't like truth to be spoken to it. Power doesn't like to be called out when it's wrong. Power doesn't like to be called out when it's abusing, when it's being abusive or taking advantage of people. And so it was a moment where I had been in a season where I kept saying, why do I keep doing this to myself, right? And so to be nominated by my peers, for people to recognize that I use my voice. We see you using your voice for the greater good, and we appreciate that. And so to be nominated, and there was over 300 and some thousand. I mean, it was a huge number, and to be narrowed down to the top 5, and then to actually win, it was a moment where God was saying, and I think she even said it at the awards banquet, God was saying, I see you, and I'm validating you, and so keep speaking up. And so here I am.
There you are. And I told you was going to win.
You did.
You won it.
And I did.
Hey,
yeah.
Congratulations again.
Yes, I'm so honored, and to be the first to plant that seed. And for the many that will come after, to encourage others to keep speaking up for what's right.
So that's my next question. When the Speak Up Assist Awards. So that basically you won the category as, speaking up.
Yeah.
Letting people know, letting people hear your voice, letting know your concerns, your views, your thoughts on what you're doing.
Yes.
So now when you get into this arena that you're trying to get into now,
Yes.
I got a two-part question.
Okay.
I got a two-part question.
Okay.
There's it. There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
I didn't make this stuff up.
Okay.
It's there.
You're not making it up.
I ain't making it up. So the two-part question is, as you speaking up, sis, and you've been nominated and you won that category, that you've been speaking up. So now, before you got to the speak up part, you ran before on another platform.
Yes.
You weren't successful.
Right.
You weren't successful.
Right.
So now, why did you not just chill out? Go and get your retirement. You enjoy your life, as you say, travel the world. You empty nest. Just do what you do. But now we're getting to the speak up, sis part. You want to keep talking and speaking it up, but you already, ran through the stress of all this running around and campaigning. And now I never campaigned before, but I can imagine it's costly. It's costly.
Yes.
It's stressful.
Yes.
It's folks gonna lie to you.
Yes.
Folks gonna be in your corner until something
They
happens.
gonna lie on you.
They gonna lie on you.
They gonna lie about
They
you.
gonna lie about you.
Yeah.
And lie with you. Tell you all kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So why not just chill? Miss Smith, you good. You don't been around the world. You know people in Waycross. You don't you good. You good. But you want to put yourself through that again. I thought you was 46. But you want to put yourself through all that again. Is it worth all that? Because I'm just asking.
Like I say, it's really a calling. It's really a calling because as I look around, and oftentimes in many of the places that God has put me, and I just come in and observe and just kind of familiarize myself with my surroundings, right? And I see things that are happening that are not right. I see things that need to be improved. I see, I have this vision. And so most of the times there are people that are there, but for whatever the reason, they're afraid to speak up, right? It's not that there isn't anybody else that has these same ideas, these same values, these same thoughts, these same beliefs, but for whatever the reason, they're afraid to speak up. And so, in my relationship, and I don't push off my religion on other people, but in my relationship that I have with God, I always know that as long as I'm speaking truth, right, He ultimately has my back. And so He knows that I'm not afraid to speak up, right? It's not always fun. It's not always easy, right? But I hate to see injustice. I hate to see people disenfranchised and marginalized. I've been accused by an opponent of using words like diversity, equity, and inclusion, that those are buzzwords. Those are not buzzwords. Diversity means difference, right? You're different. I'm different. We have, as a leader, especially someone who's a mayor who has a city of people that are different, you have to be able to embrace people that are different from you. That's not a buzzword.
That's not a buzzword.
That's
facts.
That's leadership.
That's facts.
Right?
Right.
Equity. It simply means treating people fair, right? As a leader, you can't be a respecter of persons. You can't give preferential treatment to one group of people or to one, gender of people. You have to treat everybody fairly. So that's not a buzzword. I'm just talking about, as a leader and a mayor, being fair, inclusion. As a leader, you have to set the atmosphere and make sure that the people on your team, that everybody feels included, that everybody feels like they're a part and that they belong. To me, that falls on the leader. That's a part of leadership. So it's not a buzzword. And so these are the things that, I'm not afraid to talk about and to call out when I see them not happening in leadership.
Okay. Now, Ms. Smith, you got me. I'm telling you, I see where this conversation is going, and I want to keep going that direction, but I can't go that direction first.
You got to pay the bills.
I got to pay a bill.
Pay some bills.
I got to pay a bill. If the Lord willing, I got to pay this bill. So, Serious Array Barbershop Talk Live World, it's time to pay a bill. So, I'm going to bring your attention to the screen. My good friend, Miss Felicia Lee, she has a company right here in Augusta, Georgia, on Central Avenue called True Therapy. True Therapy is a mental physical, spiritual, all the type of health that you can have. If you have any mental problems, spiritual problems, give my good friend Felicia Lee a call or go by the office on Central Avenue. Again, True Therapy. I want to bring your attention to the screen, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Life is full of challenges and struggles, but there's no reason you should have to face them alone. At True Therapy, we provide support and guidance to help you become the best version of yourself. As a mental health counseling center, we provide a full range of clinical behavioral health services to children, adolescents, adults, and families. Our experienced team of licensed counselors and psychiatrists work closely with patients to understand their situation and develop a personalized treatment plan with an emphasis on wellness and prevention. Whether you are struggling with mental illness, substance abuse, relationship and marital difficulties, or the daily stress and challenges of life, we're here to help you find a positive path forward, dedicated to making our services as convenient and accessible as possible. We offer treatment in office, by phone, or via telehealth. Find the help you need. Schedule an appointment at True Therapy today.
Thank you for tuning in to that short presentation on True Therapy here in Augusta, Georgia, Central Avenue. Again, my good friend Felicia Lee, True Therapy. If you have any issues with your mental health, you want to get somebody just to sit down and talk with you about what's going on in your life, your friend's life, your mom's life, anybody in your family life, again, stop by True Therapy right here on Central Avenue in Augusta, Georgia. Felicia Lee, tell her John from Jay's Place Barbershop Talk Live, say I'm coming, and he referred me here. So again, you would be very grateful with the service that you receive. So again, True Therapy, Central Avenue, right here in Augusta, Georgia. Felicia Lee. Again, thank you. Miss Smith.
Yes, sir.
You all right?
I'm good.
You good? You good?
I mean, it's not often the woman can come in the barbershop
I'm
and
trying to
talk,
tell
right?
you,
So
y'all-
I'm happy.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here. But listen, now, CSOA Barbershop Talk Live World, if you got a question for our special guest, please, ma'am, please, sir, give us a call at 706-426-1533. Again, that's 706-426-1533. And we'll also answer a question if it's for me or for our special guest. Give us a call. We'll be glad to hear from you. Miss Smith.
Yes, sir.
Now that the CSOA Barbershop Talk Live World know that you're running for mayor
Yes, sir.
in Grovetown.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Question number 3.
question 3. I want to make sure. I hate to question 3. So what happens with question 3 is a simple question. As you know, I'm a barber. I have my own barbershop.
Yes, sir.
Jay's Place Barbershop. So what happens when somebody asks me, man, what all you do? Man, I do razor lines. I can shampoo you. I can even put some color in your hair. I can do all of that to make you look good. I'm talking I got it all.
Okay.
I got it all. The best clippers, the good conversation. So I got it all. So when the guy asks me what kind of service I can give him, I tell him I got him.
Absolutely.
Just come on by.
Yeah.
Make an appointment. Whatever we can do, take care of Jay's Place Barbershop.
Got it.
So that basically, I'm telling the person, that's what I'm selling.
Yes.
So now here I am on question 3. CSOA Barbershop Talk Live World. I want to know, Miss Smith, what are you selling? So if you selling something that want to be the mayor, how can we buy what you selling? So what are you selling?
Well, there's Grovetown is the fastest growing city in the county. It is been voted the number 1 diverse city in the county. So it's a very unique city. It's a very diverse city. It's a growing city. It has this unique charm and this quaintness about it. I tell people oftentimes it reminds me of a Hallmark movie, but with growth. And so there's so much potential. And the future is so bright for the city. I know that people talk a lot about traffic. We've had candidates promising that they're going to fix the traffic. I know traffic is a major concern. It's probably the number one thing that I hear from when I talk to constituents, but I always tell people I'm going to always tell you the truth. It may not be what you want to hear, but I'm going to be honest and upfront with you and tell you the truth. And so we do have a traffic problem. It's not going to be fixed in the immediate future. So I'm not going to sell that. I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm going to fix the traffic.
Don't sell that.
I'm not selling that because that's not the truth.
All right.
What I will sell is that I will continue as the mayor to build relationships and partnerships with the Department of Transportation, stay engaged and in communication with them, and continue to build, because sometimes things are with relationships, right? And so I'll continue to build those relationships as the mayor. It's actually the city administrator's job to communicate, with the Department of Transportation and to be an advocate for the city, for roads. It's not my job. It's not in the charter. It's what I'm supposed to do as the mayor. But I also understand what a handshake or a fist bump and building a relationship could do to help the city. So in terms of that, I'm not going to promise people that I'm going to fix the roads. In terms of our parks, we already have plans in the works to upgrade our parks. That's coming. In terms of, there's some of the areas of the city that desperately need sidewalks. We have kids that walk to school, so we are looking to address some of these areas that desperately need sidewalks. We're not looking to address it. It has been addressed. Sidewalks are coming. It may be a few years from now. It may be 5 years. But sidewalks are coming. In the immediate future, what I'm selling is rolling the millage rate back, so that if you're a homeowner and if you understand that we're in a unique situation where we have a city and a mayor, but we have a county and we have commissioners, and the county assesses property value, that property value is multiplied by the millage rate. We, the city, determine the millage rate. And that's how you get your taxes, right? So what I'm selling is rolling the millage rate back, right? We have not increased it in the last 4 years, but we have not rolled it back. So rolling the millage rate back. What I'm selling is public safety. We were just voted the 3rd safest city to live in the entire state of Georgia. Grovetown. G-Town.
Okay.
G-Town.
Okay.
That's for my basketball team, my Warriors basketball team. They do the G-Town. So, but just like the rest of the nation, we have a shortage of law enforcement officers. It's not just Grovetown, because someone said, well, why can't we keep officers? It's not just us. It's a nationwide shortage. And it means our officers have to work overtime, sometimes a lot of overtime. That can impact work-life balance, which means we have a turnover rate. Folks like working here. They love our city. But the demand for those additional hours can be a strain on their family. And so we need to get creative in recruiting and retaining officers. I want to be the number 1 safest city. That's what I'm selling.
That's what you're selling.
The third thing that I'm selling,
okay,
again, we're the fastest growing city in the county. But when you look at entertainment, when you look at bowling, skating, movie theater, an upscale sit-down restaurant, we have to go to another city for those things. We have to leave our city and go to Augusta, Martinez, or Evans for those things. And so I really want to work very diligently with the county's our planning department and the county's economic growth and development to really push to bring those things into our community, so we don't have to make that 25-minute drive.
Ms. Smith, can I just jump in here real quick?
Absolutely.
Because you said something, and it made me think about this city.
Okay.
We're in Augusta.
Okay.
And again, you talking about Grovetown.
Right.
So you talking about bringing major changes to the city of Grovetown
Yes.
for entertainment.
Yes.
And you said the bowling alley, the skating rings,
Yes.
stuff that we have here in Augusta.
Right.
So the people come to enjoy themselves in Augusta. So that being said, right now, I don't know if you've been watching the news and paying attention, we are dealing with something November the 7th.
Right.
A big vote that they're pushing. Now they're pushing this vote to the new James Brown Arena.
Yes, sir.
And some people good with it. Some
Right.
people on the fence with it.
Right.
Some people say don't do it.
Right.
So here's my question.
Plug it in.
Here's
Plug
my,
it in.
here go me. Here go me.
Okay.
Here go Barbershop Talk Live World.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, should we, again, I'm just talking.
Okay.
Should we vote to bring in the new James Brown Arena to the city to improve all this? What you saying? To bring in the entertainment, to bring in the monies and all of that. So we want to go to the other cities, the Columbias and Atlanta. So should we here in Augusta vote to say do it? But is always a but. If we do that, that means what about the other stuff that they promised they was gonna get done for us in Augusta, for the streets being flooded, for the housing, for the homeless, for all of that stuff. So I'm just asking, Barbershop Talk Live World, I'm asking the city leaders, should we, or actually the people, should we vote for this to happen? And also, what about the other stuff that they say was gonna happen and it didn't happen? So I'm going to you, what you saying, you want to bring all this to your town, but here in my town, a lot of stuff hasn't happened. Because I'm one of them fussing, complaining people when I need to. My area,
Right.
my area, your area, these areas.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff hasn't been done, but now we want to spend a half cent. I don't know how you do a half cent tax. I don't know how that happens, but the people that know money know better than I do.
Right.
So should we vote for this to happen? Because they say it's going to happen, but the other stuff didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of putting you in that same boat. So when you say you selling, so are you selling to the point where you gonna bring in the entertainment, the skating ring, the bowling ring, and the other stuff that was promised to the other people back in the days? Did that ever get done?
Well, I'm to my recollection, I don't know of any other leader in the city that has been talking about past tense or present tense that's been talking about bringing entertainment into the city. And I can only tell people that I will be diligent and persistent. I will be at the meetings that I need to be at. I will call CEOs of companies if I have to call them. I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to be an advocate to bring those things into our city because they're needed. It's needed, right? But at the end of the day, I can't say I'm promising you I'm going to bring it here, right?
Right.
Because there may be things that I'm not aware of that may hinder it from happening. But we're the fastest growing city in the county, right?
Okay,
So I can't understand why, with us being the fastest growing city in the county, why we don't have some form of entertainment in the city. And so that's going to be my project. That's going to be a pet, my pet project, if I can call it that, my baby, like trying to really push to bring that into the county. If that means I have to take meetings, I have to, meet with people and whatever it is I have to do, I'm going to do my part. Right.
That's what we want to know.
Somebody has to take the initiative.
Okay.
Right. And then push it a little bit. And I'm going to push it as far as I can take it. And then I have to release it to whoever's next in the chain of command to, execute what needs to be executed next.
I want to know from your point of view now, what I want you to do now, I want you to come out of the commission shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to come out of the mayor running shoes. I want you to come into your living room.
Okay.
Come sit in your living room
Okay.
as I ask this question.
Okay.
And it's a two-part question.
Okay.
Why does government in general have a bad name? No matter where, if it's the federal government, the local, whatever, when people hear about the government, there's a bad name. It just sounds bad. There's nothing good out of the government. So remember, I don't want you in I want you in your house shoes sitting on the sofa. So that being said, why is always a bad name? And then here go the two-part question that. Remember, why the government have a bad name? And then once you win, did you hear that?
Yes.
Once, because I prophesied.
I believe you this time.
I prophesied over you first.
I believe you this time.
I prophesied over the first. I prophesied the first time.
Oh, gosh.
So once you win,
Yes.
are you going to have an open door policy to the point where we'll know what's going on right there in that city? And also now, once I say the open door policy, do the people of Grovetown, will they be able to know where's the money going? Will they see where every dollar, every half cent is being spent? Will they be able to know if the street is not paid, where did that paid money go to? So, again, now, get on the sofa and tell us why the government is always has a bad name behind it. And then we want to know, are you going to have an open door policy where somebody come off the street and say, ma'am, Mayor Smith, where is the money go? Why these street lights ain't on? I'm just talking. I mean, that's question 4.
I hear you.
That's question 4.
So, question part 1.
Okay.
I think that for the most part, my experience being on council and traveling across the state of Georgia, not even council, being a labor activist, because I've been going to D.C. many years lobbying on behalf of federal government employees, veterans, and working families. So legislating in this whole legislative process, that's not something that's new to me. And so I think throughout the years, I think that for the most part, most people have good intentions. They run with the purpose of making a difference in serving people. I think that's the majority. I think that minority of people who that's not their agenda, that's not their motive is small, but it's significant in the impact of their actions. And so I think people go into things with the right motives and the right agenda, but there's always a testing. There's always a testing.
Oh, Lord.
So the power. So that's why when you start running for offices and you step into this arena at this level, it's so important to be developed as a leader. It's so important to have been processed as a leader, because there's 10 areas, I'm not going to get into all of that leaders need to be processed in, so that when you step into this arena, nobody can buy you off with money. Money is not going to change the initial reason why you got in this. I'm still in this for people and to make sure people are getting what they need and things are being done right. But lots of times the power comes in. And then with the power changes people. If you don't know how to balance that power, if you don't have people around you to pull your coattail and say, wait a minute now, hold on, you're changing. You're different. It's something different about you. Okay, so now ego steps in. And I like to say ego is egging God out, right? And so when you forget what your purpose for being here is, it's to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. It's to judge fairly. It's to make sure that people that cannot speak for themselves or are not in a position to have a voice, they know they have somebody there who is going to be their voice, who is going to speak up and speak truth, speak what's right, and do what's right. And so ego comes into play. And once ego sets in, if there's no intervention, then narcissism sets in. And when narcissism sets in, it's a wrap. So that's why I think people get a bad rap, because people start out on the right path. They don't have mentors. They don't have people around them. They get the taste of power. Power tastes good. It feels good, right? And now my ego steps in and takes over. And I've even become this person that I don't even know who this person is, but I'm so entrenched and I'm so deep in, and the power feels so good. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to hold on to it. And that's when you get the dirty politics. That's when you get people trying to tarnish other people's names. That's when you get people just making up things about people to create lies and things of that nature. So that's how I think government gets a bad name. But what I want people to know is that there are good people. There are good people in government, and they're speaking up. That's why I'm running. That's why I'm running for mayor.
Let me ask this question now. Based on what you just gave in, what you just told the Barbershop Talk Live world, some of the people get in there go in as sincere citizens, sincere, want to make a difference.
Yes.
And some kind of way they get clicked up.
Yeah. The power.
So when they get clicked up with the wrong ones and the power get in, that's why the government has a bad name.
That's why because people forget the purpose.
They forget the purpose.
It always has to be about the people. It can never be about personal motives, personal agendas, party, cliques. I mean, it has to always be about the people. And I mean, when you get to these levels of leadership, you have to have a certain level of development. a certain level of being processed so that you can even recognize. You've got to have emotional intelligence. That just means self-awareness. You're aware of people around you, and you're aware and in tune with yourself. So I can recognize those signs and symptoms, if you will, in other people. And I know, grandma used to say, give them a long handle silver spoon, right? And I guard and protect the purity of my motives, the purity of my purpose, which is at the end of the day to serve the people. Now, you asked me about the money.
The money.
The citizens in Grovetown know where their money is.
They know where the money is going.
We are extremely transparent. We do our budget. I mean, it's state mandated. And so this is a thing I like to tell people when it comes to politics. It's just like a marriage. So a husband has a part to play in making that marriage work, and the wife has a part to play in making that marriage work, right? Well, the citizens have a part to play, and the people you elect have a part to play. So every year when we do our budget, we have open budget meetings. We set times. We make sure we have it where it can fit everybody's schedule. In the morning, in the lunchtime, and in the evening. And everything is up there, line item by line item by line item, by dollar, by cent by cent. Everybody has access to it. You get to come in. You can ask questions before we actually vote on it and approve it. At any time citizens have questions, they can come in and do an open records request to look at anything that they want to confirm or verify. Okay. So very transparent.
It's transparent. So that's good.
Yes.
So now let me ask this question again. Once you become mayor, or do you all now have the power? Does the mayor have power? So in other words, is the mayor has a deciding vote, or he's just there to drop the gavel? So how does the Grovetown mayor role works?
So I did a live talking about this on Sunday evening, and so we have what we call a council manager form of government. And so we have a city administrator. Some people call them city managers. She sees to the day-to-day operations of the city. The job of the mayor and the job of the city council members, they are not full-time jobs. We do not report to the city on a day-to-day basis and work a 9 to 5. We're not full-time employees. We have a city administrator, and that city administrator sees to the day-to-day operations of the city. The role of the mayor and the council in our form of government is strictly legislative. So ordinances, zoning, things of that, anything that has to do with laws and legislation, that is strictly what we do. I have no authority or jurisdiction over any employee in that city. I should never go into a department and order any employee in the city to do anything. That's not what I was elected to do. That's a city administrator's job, right? So we hire the city administrator, the city clerk, and the city attorney. The role of the mayor, as prescribed in our charter, I will be the face of the city, the spokeswoman for the city, sign important documents, contracts, things of that nature. It will have the power to swear people in and administer oaths, as well as administer proclamations. That's something you will see from me as a mayor. I asked for a proclamation for MLK Day. That didn't happen. There will be an MLK Day proclamation in 2024. I will do a proclamation for Women's History Month. There will be a proclamation for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There will be a proclamation for Hispanic Heritage Month. And because these are all things that are affecting people in our community. And I want them to know that their mayor sees them. She cares about them. She supports them in their culture, in their heritage, in their struggles. There will be a proclamation for Military Appreciation Month. So there's so many ways that even though I don't have, this administrative power in the day-to-day operations of the city, there's other ways for the mayor to actually be out in the community and engage the community. And cause the community to take more of an interest in what's going on in their city and show up and be a part of what's going on in the city.
Okay, now, Ms. Smith, for the ones that are watching the CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World, we want to know, when is the election?
So the election is on November 7th. Tomorrow and Friday are the last 2 days to early vote. Early voting's been going on for 3 weeks. And so we're trying to encourage people to get out tomorrow and Friday and go ahead and early vote. Check your voting location to make sure that it hasn't changed. There have been some changes with some people's voting locations in the city of Grovetown. If you plan to vote on election day, make sure your polling location is legit and you know where you're going. And then on the 7th of November, if you haven't early voted, we need you to get out and get in that line 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay, now, will they be voting at the normal places? Any voting places has been changed for a school or a church or anything like that?
So the early voting is at the old Uchi Creek Library, which is on Uchi Creek Drive.
Okay.
And then there are 4 polling locations, the community center, the Methodist Church, the fire department, and the Baptist Church. So I know that there was one. I've had people tell me that their polling location changed. I can't remember which one it was. So I'm just encouraging people to go online, check your voter registration, and make sure there's been no change to your normal polling location. And if there has, you know where that new location is.
Term limits. Are you supporting term limits, or do you all have term limits? What's the term limit for the mayor in Grovetown now?
So there are no term limits. But
no term limits?
No term limits, no.
So you keep voting in, you keep going
No term limits, but
Okay.
I do support term limits. I believe that unless there's just nobody that steps up to run, right? So if there's an instance where a mayor's there and they're doing just that great, but to me that speaks to leadership, because I'm always training, imparting, preparing the next generation behind me to pass the baton. I'm always succession planning. That's why I want to start a youth council. Tried to start a youth council, didn't get the support that I needed there, but as mayor, I'm going to start that youth council. And that youth council starts with grades 3 through 12, exposing them to municipal government, so that when they graduate and they go off to college, they come back home and they support their city, hopefully in local government. But you've got to prepare you've got to prepare the next generation to come up behind you. So I'm always preparing, but I do support term limits. I believe we should have term limits. As a leader, if you can't accomplish one thing, like in 2 terms, I think the first term you come in, the first year, is how they taught us in the military. You're climate assessing. You're assessing the climate. You're assessing the employees, the climate. You're assessing, and then after you get all your data, now you're strategic planning. So I think those first 2 years are just kind of assessing and strategic planning, and then in year 3 you're executing. Right. And then you need another term. You can't do all of that. I don't believe in one term. I do believe you need another term to execute. Right. But by the end of that second term, your legacy should be sealed. Right. Absolutely.
CSOA Barbershop Talk Live World. What I want to do now, I want to take a few minutes out of this last few minutes we have on this show, on this platform, on this podcast. And Ms. Smith, I want you to again sell yourself to the potential voters that want to vote for you and see you as the first one of the women leaders that going to do all the things that you say you want to do for that community. I want to make sure you sell it. You sold it earlier, but for the ones that are not decided on which way they want to go, please, man, please look into that camera and tell those folks that's watching why you should be the next mayor of Grovetown, Georgia.
Absolutely. Again, I'm Soretta Smith. I am currently a council member in the city of Grovetown, and I am running for mayor. I believe that I am the most qualified and the best candidate for this job. I bring over 20 years of leadership experience to the table. I bring over up to 20 years or more of legislative and political experience to the table. I am a certified Myers-Briggs practitioner, a certified DISC behavioral analyst. Well, what does all that mean? I know people. I know how to work with different people. I know how to embrace people that are different from me. I know how to treat everyone fairly. I know how to be an inclusive leader and model a atmosphere of belonging. And that's the type of mayor that we need. We need someone that has leadership experience, someone who understands the legislative and political process, and someone who knows people. Because at the end of the day, this job is all about the people. If you go to my website, Soretta for Georgia, CERETTAFORGEORGIA.com. If you go to my website and you click on the link that says accomplishments, you will see all the things that I have been able to do in this city as a council member in the last 3 years, as opposed to my opposition. You will see my interaction and engagement with our young people, with our elderly people, with our community, with our employees, and even with our council members. And so that's what it's about. We need a team. We need a team of leaders that is truly going to be role models, that's going to model what it means to be leaders, and that's going to really take Grovetown to the next level. Sierra has a song called Level Up. Well, I'm your level up candidate, and we're going to rise towards our future. That's our slogan, and we're going to do that if you elect me to be the mayor of the city of Grovetown. Thank you.
CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World, you heard it from her. You heard what she's selling. I hope you buying what she's selling. But again, what she's doing now, she's letting you know that she will be the difference in Grovetown, Georgia. She will have the team to put together to make a difference, and you will see the streets being paved. You'll see the sidewalks. You'll see the centers. You'll see all that she says she's going to do for that city, for that town. All she needs now is your vote. So CSRA Barbershop Talk Live World, CSRA, go exercise your right to vote.
Absolutely.
If you need a ride.
If you need a ride, you can go to our website, SorettaForGeorgia.com. There's a volunteer link there. You can send, or there's an email link. You can send us an email and let us know you need a ride to the polls, and we will have transportation to pick people up and take you to the polls.
All right. Again, do what you have to do. People have died for the right to vote, and
Absolutely.
I encourage you, and especially you. So here's your candidate, Grovetown. She's here. She's smiling. She want to make sure that you take the time and vote for her. Again, do what you have to do to improve your city, to improve your community, and improve your generation.
Absolutely.
This is for your generation.
Absolutely.
Grovetown. So, Miss Smith, I thank you for coming on.
I thank you for having me.
I
I have
appreciate it.
thoroughly enjoyed my time in the barbershop.
Yes. I appreciate it.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate
Much
that.
respect.
Much respect. I appreciate you. Now listen, as we always do on Barbershop Talk Live, can I, sound man, we got a few minutes, sound man? Sound man said we got a few minutes, so I got to give away something. Can I give away something?
Absolutely. Give away something.
I'm going to give away something.
Give away something.
Sound man, he said I can give away something. So, Miss Smith, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you hold this bag we got here. Now, this bag is a bag. Just you see the prize in that bag. Don't let them see it. Don't let them see it. So I'm gonna give away this prize. I'm gonna give away this prize.
Nice.
I'm gonna give away this prize. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure the people that are on the other side of that camera pay attention to this conversation.
Okay.
If they pay
Because that's
attention-
what you do. You ask them a question.
Ask a question.
I watch.
Yeah, you watch.
Yeah, I watch.
So we got to give away something.
Right.
So seriously, Barbershop Talk Live World, if you pay attention to this conversation, I got 2 questions for you. Two simple, easy questions. First question is always easy. The first question is, where is she originally from? If you paid attention to the conversation, you got the answer already. Second question is another simple question. This is so easy. You already know the question. You know that question. How many years has she been married? 2 simple questions. 2 simple. Where she's from? How many years she been married? Listen, you got it. She needs your vote. I need to answer the question. Barbershop Talk Live World. Continue to watch. Continue to support Miss Smith and all her endeavors, and we'll be glad to keep her all informed what's going on. Sis, listen, next week, right here in this hot seat, Barbershop Talk Live, we're going to have Miss Sheila Butler. Miss Sheila Butler will be right here in the hot seat, Barbershop Talk Live. Who is Miss Sheila Butler? She has a special event center right here in the CSRA, and she's doing big and better things right here. So she want to make sure you all know who she is, what she has going on, and how you can support her. So again, next week in the hot seat, Miss Sheila Butler. So tune in, Barbershop Talk Live. Listen, don't forget about tomorrow. Tomorrow, do you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is our 2nd edition of Barbershop Hymns and Praise.
Oh, awesome.
Barbershop Hymns and Praise. Cameraman, I got a few more minutes. I got to let the people know what Barbershop Hymns and Praise is. Barbershop Hymns and Praise
I
is.
love to praise him. I love to praise his
No,
name.
don't you start. You got to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's show, Barbershop Hymns and Praise right here in Jay's Place Barbershop. We got all the old deacons.
Nice.
We got the old deacons coming in.
I love it.
We're
I
gonna go
love
some
it.
old school
I'll
hymns.
be tuning in. I've been watching.
If you want to call in with a prayer request,
Yes.
you want to call in with a song request,
Yes.
call in at 706
Absolutely.
426-1533.
Nice.
The deacons will be here. They will be here praying with you, olive oil and all.
Yes.
Barbershop Hits and Praise is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So tune in, get your prayer requests, get your song requests. We're going to have a good old time. And listen, no music.
Awesome.
We just singing some old-fashioned hymns.
Acapella, there you go.
Acapella. If
There
you want
you
to pat
go.
your feet, pat
There
your
you
feet.
go.
But listen, tomorrow,
I
right here in this
know
hot
it was
seat,
the
Barbershop
blood.
Hits and Praise. And next week, Miss Sheila Butler will be here in the hot seat. So I appreciate you. Don't forget the 2 questions we got for you. Where is she originally from? How many years has she been married to her husband? If you know the answer, put it on the screen or give us a call, and this bag belongs to you.
Something nice in this bag.
There's some good stuff in this bag.
Good stuff in this bag.
Good stuff. So, seriously, Barbershop Talk Live world, thank you for tuning in. If you want to be a guest on Barbershop Talk Live, inbox me. You want to be a sponsor on Barbershop Talk Live, inbox me. Or you want to see a special guest in this hot seat, please, ma'am, please, sir, inbox me. We'll do our best to get that person on the show so you know who you are, what their views are, and who that person is. So, again, Ms. Smith, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
I enjoyed
and
that.
thank you for what you're doing for your community.
I appreciate you. Now, listen, when we get out of here, can you do what I do?
What's that?
Barbershop Talk Live world, I want you to do what I do.
Okay.
And we're going to get out of here. And
Okay.
and listen, don't forget about November the 7th.
That's right. Get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
No excuses.
No excuses.
Don't let the rain stop you. Don't let the cold weather stop you.
No excuses.
Not even the flat tire stop you. Get yourself and go vote.
Call us and we'll come pick you
And
up.
come pick you up. Now, Miss Smith, we got to get out. Can we get out of here?
Let's get out of here.
All right, now do what I do.
Okay.
You going to do what I do?
I'm going to do what you do.
Listen, see you later.
See you later.
And now, we're live. Yes, live from James Place. And we're talking,
Barbershop Talk.
yes, barbershop talk, where nothing is off limits and everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table. Barbershop Talk. Come on, everybody. We here at James Place. Barbershop. We're talking Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. At James Place. Barbershop Talk. Where nothing's off limits. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. Barbershop Talk. At James Place. Barbershop Talk. Everything's on the table.